guys, it's Arlette from Chasing Joy. So back with a baby making update. Today is cycle day 1. I don't even know how many cycles it's been. It's been almost 2 full years since I started actively trying to conceive. You guys probably saw the last video where I did home pregnancy test after my fresh transfer of my first IVF, and the tests were negative, which is why I'm back to cycle day 1. So this video, I'm trying not to ramble on too long. So basically, what's the plan now? So I was very lucky and blessed with my IVF in that I had 4 other embryos were frozen. So my fresh transfer didn't work. So my next step is going to be a frozen transfer. And so basically, I'm just going to tell you guys what the protocol is. And it's basically going to take like 6 weeks. So I'm kind of disappointed that it takes so long for the frozen transfer. I was kind of hoping I could just have it basically in like 2 weeks from now. But that's not how they do it because of scheduling. So far what I like about doing the frozen transfer is the scheduling. So basically I kind of picked the day that I wanted to have the transfer on, sort of, within the constraints that were given. So I do like that. And I kind of know up front when my doctor's appointments are going to be. So that makes me feel a little less stressed. Because the time off from work that has been required for all these IUIs and then the IVF over these last couple of years has been stressful for me, because that's not my norm. And now it appears to be my norm because it's been 2 years. So I don't know what my boss or my coworkers think. Like, you know, I'm just late several times a month and things like that. Even though I did bring in a doctor's note after my egg retrieval and transfer, because I don't know, just taking all this time, figured at some point let me bring in a note to see that he knows that I'm not making things up, even though I haven't really been open about what I'm doing. So I had them kind of take their header off when they gave me the doctor's note, so it didn't say the type of doctor, but it still left like the doctor's name, so you could see it was like legit, like I was at the doctor for those times. Because for the retrieval, it was like, you know, I took the whole day off, and then it took me a while to recover, which maybe I'll do another video about that at some point. But it took me a while to recover, so then I worked from home an extra like half a day and everything. So I did want to bring in a note. But anyway, I'm already rambling on too long. So the plan is a frozen transfer. It's going to take approximately 6 weeks to do. So basically what I have to do is I'll be starting birth control pills tomorrow. I'm actually okay with the birth control pills because I don't want a cyst. And I feel like with, you know, all the follicles that I had because of the IVF, and then I know I had at least 14 eggs, so who knows how many overall follicles were there, that the potential for a cyst I think would be high for me, especially since I've had that type of cyst like after you ovulate in the past. So I don't mind the birth control. So basically I have to do the birth control for about 11 days, and then it's 2 weeks of estrogen. They're allowing me to take the estrogen by pill, the estrase pill or estradiol. The same pill that I showed you guys, that little blue pill in the previous video when I was talking about the second time I did estrogen priming. The first time I tried it with patches and that gave me a cyst. This time it's just the pill. And I did not get a cyst, so hopefully I won't get a cyst this time. So it'll be I go on the birth control pill for about 11 days, and then I go off of it, and a couple days later I'll go in for ultrasound and blood work, so they'll make sure everything is calm, no elevated hormones or cysts. Then I'll start the estradiol or estrase pills, and I'll take those for, normally it will be just 2 weeks, but because they have some flexibility with when I want to do the transfer, I'm going to take it a couple of extra days. So normally it would be birth control pills 2 weeks. Then they would have me do birth control pills about 11 days. Then 2 weeks of the estrogen. And then they would do another check to make sure the lining is how they want it. Then they would have me start doing progesterone for 5 days. And then on the 6th day, they would do the transfer. So because basically they let me pick any Mondays through Thursday, and in addition to what I do for Chasing Joy, which is my blog brand that I've mentioned before, I also have a regular old day job, and I'm off of that job on Fridays. So I decided to pick a Thursday for the transfer, because then I could just lay around all that day. I could lay around the next day, and then I still have the weekend before I have to go to work, where I could just try and relax and be like zen and carefree, and less stress. So, which is a little different than the last cycle, which I will go into on another video of what I'm planning to do different this cycle. So probably that'll be the next video you guys see, since it's going to be like 6 weeks. So I know I don't want to bore you guys, but I still want to keep you updated with what's going on, because so many of you have been following me since the beginning of this journey. But anyway, so I picked a Thursday. So because I picked a Thursday instead of like the very next available day, she's going to keep me on, I think I'm taking the estrogen a couple extra days. It's either the estrogen or the birth control pills. I'm taking a couple extra days so that the timing of everything will line up for the day that I want for the frozen transfer. So I do like that. And basically it's going to be the Thursday after my birthday. Unless something changes, that would be March 23rd. As you guys know, these videos are delayed because when I do finally get pregnant, I want to make sure I have lots of time to tell all my family and people who know me in real life, so that no one that is important to me should ever find out like personal things about me on the internet. So I have a built-in delay. So possibly around the time you guys are seeing this, that might be actually my transfer week or quickly approaching. So please keep that in mind. If you guys end up seeing this before the 23rd or around the 23rd, especially if it's before, please keep me in prayer on the 23rd. Pray for my 5-day blast, which I think I had another one that was graded AA. So hopefully that one will survive the thaw and be able to be placed inside, and be, end up being my baby. So please keep me in prayer around that time. So, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm feeling a lot better. I mean, I'm still disappointed that the previous cycle didn't work, but like I mentioned in the video, I know the progesterone, or I was taking endometrium that cycle. I know that was making me way more sad. Like it was already, it's sad when you don't get a positive when you want a baby so much, and it's already been a long journey. But I know that progesterone was like making me way sadder. So I feel a lot better now that that's mostly out of my system. So, back to kind of like my normal emotional state. So like I said, disappointed, but mostly I'm just trying to be hopeful about the next cycle. I'm glad to be getting started. I'm glad today is cycle 1, so that I can be like forward thinking, and I got my birth control pills, so I'll start those tomorrow and on my way. So that's all the kind of good stuff. So the bad part about the frozen transfer is I'm going to have to take progesterone by injection, that PIO or PIO. I don't even know how people say it. I've only seen it written. I'm going to have to take shots, like intramuscular shots. So like that shot, if you guys saw when I did the trigger shot for the IVF and I had to do the needle like in my behind or close to my behind, and I was like so freaked out and nervous. So I'm going to have to do those kind of shots every day. And God willing, if I get pregnant, if I'm successful this cycle, I'll have to do it every day for like 10 weeks. So that is a huge bummer. Like after the IVF, I really wanted to just be done with shots. I didn't want to have to take any more shots. But if that's what it takes for me to be a mom, I'm willing to do it. Sorry guys, I guess I'm talking too much, so I'm losing my voice. So, but anyway, the nurse said they did a study a few years back where they compared people who did like the suppository, the progesterone suppository, versus people who did the shot. And the people at my clinic thought that the suppositories were going to end up showing in the trial to be just as good, because the shots were kind of like the old school way, and they were proven wrong. That the people who did the shots, she said they had like a 20% higher success rate of pregnancy than the people who were doing a suppository. So that being said, I will happily take the shots, and I'm just going to do a countdown and this will be, this frozen transfer will be my successful transfer, and I will have to do the shot 70 times, 7 days times 10 weeks, and I will just check them off. Maybe I'll put like a little page in my bullet journal so that I can like check it off each day and count down. So that's the only real downside of the transfer. And if everything goes as I'd like, and I pray that all this is within God's plan for me, because he has not revealed any alternatives to me as of yet. But if I pray that this is all in his plan, I could still be having a baby by the end of 2017, which would be awesome. So that's what I'm praying for. Anyway, guys, like I said, I rambled on too long and my voice is starting to give out. So that's the plan. Like I said, today, cycle day 1. So I guess I think we're going to do another video letting you guys know the things I'm thinking about doing differently this cycle with the frozen transfer versus what I did with the fresh transfer. And then I guess I'll let you guys know how things look after the birth control and like the lining check. And then it'll be time for the transfer. So praying that I'm sure these next few weeks are going to go by quickly, as I still have plenty of other things I need to be doing, like my taxes and things for Chase and Joy and things for work, and still working on organizing my house, because I have a lot more space to claim since my mom passed away, and space to like decorate and kind of make my own. So plenty of things for me to be doing over the next few weeks. So anyway, guys, I've already rambled way too long, but thanks for watching, especially those who watched to the end. Again, please keep me in prayer around March 23rd, as I believe that's when the transfer will be, unless something changes, and then I will update you guys. But please keep me in prayer around that time, and just in general. And I'm definitely praying and having lots of baby dust for all of you. Hoping that this is the year for a lot of us to take home healthy, beautiful babies. So thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to check out the blog. I write a lot of really interesting things there about just how to have more happiness and joy in your life, even if you're going through things like IVF or fertility treatments. So I'll leave all my contact info in the comments, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.